Will die. Your willpower will die eventually. Okay, I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna look at my phone. But if the phone is right fucking here and you're right here working and you keep thinking in the back of your head, I'm not gonna look at my phone, I'm not gonna look at my phone, eventually you're gonna look at your phone. Here are 4 impulses that's keeping you fat, unfocused, and frustrated. If you guys know who I am, my name is Randy Smith. I'm an online fitness coach. I made over $50,000 in my online coaching business. All right, and these type of videos, I'm gonna help you guys break down your body, break down your ego, and break down your mindset so you guys can get in the best shape of your life, make money, self-improve, and get all you ever wanted. All right, so let's talk about the 4 impulses that breaks you guys down, to keep you guys fat, unfocused, and frustrated. And this video really came to me today because I work with a lot of guys who think they made it, who think they reached the pinnacle of being in shape. They think they're under 15% body fat. They think they're doing great. But truth of the matter is, you're only doing great in your own little circle. But you still have bad habits you're still doing every single day. You're still watching porn every single day. You're still, eating Pop-Tarts, eating bullshit foods. You're not eating balanced nutrition. You're not tracking your food. You're not getting your protein in. And yes, you still have that fucking belly. When you look down, you still have that belly. And you think it's okay because you lost 5 pounds, you lost 10 pounds, but you're still average. So let's break this down. Number 1 is the morning rush. So what do I mean by the morning rush? Let's break this down. The morning rush. So we got number 1, morning rush. So the morning rush obviously starts in the morning. What happens? We wake up. So first thing we do is we wake up and we grab our phone. We wake up, we go right to our phone. We wake up and we just go right to our phone, get on Instagram, get on YouTube, and we don't take in time to spend time with ourselves. So we wake up, go right to our phone, crash our dopamine systems, crash our fucking energy levels, crash our motivation, crash our willpower, and everything goes out the window in the first hour, 2 hours a day because you go up and you go to your phone. All right? So I did this a lot when I was in college and post-college when I worked a sales job. As when I got up, I would go right to my phone and check Instagram. I would go right to my phone and text a girl I was trying to get with. I was doing a lot of bullshit that I shouldn't have been doing. All right, so morning rush, wake up, phone. What's next? Caffeine. You wake up and before you can even fucking think, you're fucking ruining your brain with caffeine. Before you even put water in your body, you're putting caffeine in your body before you can even put water, before you even hydrate it. So you're already dehydrated when you wake up, and then guess what? Adding more coffee, you really dehydrate yourself even more. So you really can never catch up during the day because guess what? You're not drinking water, and you just caffeine yourself to death. 2-3 cups in the morning. Wake the fuck up. Hydrate. All right? So wake up, phone, caffeine, and what's next? Normally, for me, it was no food. Because most guys, if you were like this, you skip breakfast or you have a bullshit breakfast. You have some cereal, you have a bagel. It's bullshit. There's no balance, no vegetables, no fruit, no protein, nothing. Nothing. And some guys don't eat breakfast at all. They skip breakfast. Oh, I'm fasting. But you have fucking coffee. You had 2 cups of coffee. I'm fasting, but I'm on my fucking phone in the morning on the bed, laying down, tweeting or watching videos on content of how I can get better, but you're laying in fucking bed at 6, 7 in the morning when you should be up. That's the problem, all right? And guess what this equals? No food, guess what? Spike and crash. Spike, crash. Because guess what? When 1 o'clock hits, when 2 o'clock hits, and you haven't had that first meal yet, but you have all this caffeine, you're gonna fucking spike and crash. After the coffee, you up, you motivate, you ready to get going, you feel amazing. Then an hour later, 2 hours later, guess what? You fucking crash and burn. Crash and burn, you can't recover from the whole day. So guess what? 2 p.m., your day is fucking over. After 2 p.m., your day is literally over. Because you have wasted willpower, wasted fucking, your mental bandwidth for the day, all in the first 4 hours a day by scrolling on the internet, watching bullshit videos, and drinking caffeine and dehydrating yourself. And I'm gonna show you guys how to fix this. I'm gonna show you guys how to get better at this. All right. But this is number one. This is the four. This is the first impulse. All right. That's one. Number two is a stress spiral. So stress spiral. This is for my guys who work a lot, who might work 60 to 80 hours a day. This is for you guys. All right. What happens here? You guys are locked in working busy jobs or working jobs in general. You work. So work hits. So you're working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day. And work is stressful. So work is stressful. And stress means you're going to have cortisone. So when you work and you're under a lot of stress, your body's gonna produce cortisone. That means your body's gonna fucking feel under tense pressure, tense, agitation. And when you want tense, if you don't know how to handle stress, guess what? You're not gonna know how to handle, cortisone. You're gonna be agitated. Your mood gonna swing. You're gonna get fatter. You're gonna treat people like shit because you don't know how to handle stress. And people who are stressed out or who work a lot, guess what they do to try to fix it? They add caffeine. So guess what? Work hits, you get stressed, cortisol levels goes up, and guess what happens next? You try to fix it with caffeine. So you add caffeine to the mix. So work hits, you get stressed out, and you try to fix it by adding caffeine to the mix. You try to fix it by having a cup of caffeine, thinking that's going to fix your problem. But it only makes the problem worse. Adding caffeine to stress makes everything worse. I've been through it plenty of times. I've worked with clients who've been through it plenty of times. All right? And what happens next is you have caffeine, and guess what? It makes you have bad food choices. Because guess what? After you have caffeine, you don't want to eat healthy. You don't want to eat a nice, healthy, bland breakfast. After caffeine, usually you want to have something sweet. Usually you want to have like a pastry or donut, a nice fatty breakfast sandwich that tastes good, but it's not good for you, And all this started because guess what? Work hits, stress, and you didn't know how to handle stress. You didn't know how to handle your cortisone levels. They kept rising, and you didn't know what to do after that. And that's number two. Number two is the stress spiral. So let's go to number three. Let's say you make it through these two. Let's say you're good with the morning rush. Let's say the stress spiral, you're good with that. But let's say you struggle really with number three. And that's the evening collapse. All right. So number three is the evening collapse. All right. So evening collapse. So what happens here on the evening collapse? All right. You come home from work, you work 8, 10 hours a day, you come home, tired, feeling like I had a great day, but I feel tired, I want to just relax, So you come home and guess what? You're exhausted, you're tired, and when you're exhausted and when you're tired without a plan, guess what happens? You eat like shit. Guess what? A lot of my clients, when they get off of their long, hard jobs, after they fucking get off work, the one thing they always tell me is, I got some fast food, okay, it was easy, it's right there. I just ordered some pizza, I just went to get some fucking McDonald's. It's so convenient and it's right there. And guess what? You didn't plan for the exhaustion. You know the exhaustion is going to hit every single day. You didn't plan for it because if you plan for it, you will have options to eat instead of eating what's more convenient for you. Because when you're exhausted, you're not going to want to cook. You're not going to want to think about macros and healthy eating and shit like that when you're exhausted. No, you're fucked. So guess what? When you're exhausted, this is the worst nutrition. Your nutrition is fucked. It happens to a lot of guys in the 9-to-5 sector or even entrepreneurs. They have a long, hard day, working their fucking body, working their brain. They come home, they're exhausted, and their nutrition is fucked. And what does that mean? Why is your nutrition fucked? Because you want dopamine. After a long day of work, you did boring shit all day, shit you probably don't even enjoy. You need a dopamine spike. So what gives you the dopamine spike more than a fucking donut? Or pizza? Or a cheeseburger? Like what sugar, salt, what makes it better? And that's gonna give you a big dopamine spike. Dopamine goes up because I have a donut, pizza, candy, sugar. And that makes me feel good, like I feel good now. I finally get some sweets in my fucking mouth. I can finally eat like a fucking bitch. Wake up! This is killing you guys, And this happened to me all the time. When I worked in the sales job, it happened a few times, man. After work, man, I'll say, fuck, man, I want some Popeyes. I want some KFC, some Bojangles. I want something nice to eat. And it wasn't until I got out of that rhythm, I planned for the future, I planned for my exhaustion. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that later in the video, all right? But last but not least, let's say if you guys got through all of these 3 stages. Let's say you guys crushed the morning rush. Let's say your stress spiral, you guys got through that. And let's say you guys got through the evening collapse. Evening collapse don't mean shit to you guys. It's easy. But it's the 4th layer that a lot of guys can't handle. And it's sleep sabotage. All right? Hope you guys can see this. Sleep sabotage. This is the first whiteboard video I'm doing, so work with me. It might not be the best. Sleep sabotage. So number 4 is sleep sabotage. What happens here? We gotta wake up early. We gotta wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. at the minimum. But guess what? We don't want to go to bed, man. We had a long day of work, 8-10 hours a day working. I wanna scroll my phone. I wanna look at Instagram models. I wanna talk to my girls I'm dating. I wanna talk to my girlfriend. I wanna talk to my rotation. I wanna talk to my friends. I wanna play video games. There's so much shit you wanna do after you get off work that you wanna do, that you feel like doing, but you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be texting all these women after work. You shouldn't be on your phone with your friend for an hour, 2 hours. You shouldn't be playing 2 hours of video games or hour video games. You shouldn't be scrolling on the fucking Instagram or YouTube all fucking night. And there's a lot of cycles you guys get fucking caught up into. You guys get caught up into the late scroll. Or worse yet, some of you guys get caught up into working late night work. That's another thing. And don't take this wrong, because you guys should be working late. But in another video, I'm gonna pretty much show you guys. It's something called redlining. Sometimes it's good to redline. It's good to go over. It's good to stay up late to work. Trust me, I do it all the time. Well, not all the time, but I do it a good amount of times. But I used to do it all the time, and I figured out that it's a thing called redlining where you can harm the next day by staying up late and trying to work and trying to do hard tasks. I'm sure you guys how to get through that. But some of you guys on the stage, you try to grind it so hard, you guys are working 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's kind of hurting you more than it's helping you. Because why? When you late scroll, work late, guess what? You get bad sleep. You get bad sleep because many guys have to get up in the morning to get to their jobs. Many guys have to get up in the morning and do different things. You guys have to be up in the morning to be somewhere. So if you're up late at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to be somewhere at 6. That's 3-4 hours of sleep you're getting every single night. And this is a cycle. So this is you repeating that same cycle every single night. And that's going to catch up to you. Like I said, you can work late at times. It's good to redline it. But if you're doing it every single night, late, you're gonna redline and fuck up. But guess what? You have bad sleep, and bad sleep means a bad next day. That means your next day is fucked. You could forget about being productive tomorrow. You already worn out your whole welcome for the next day by redlining for those 2-3 hours of the night. And I prefer you guys to redline work. Like, if you're gonna redline anything, just redline work. But you shouldn't be up watching porn. You shouldn't be up fucking talking to women all night. You shouldn't be up playing video games. I'd rather you guys redline work. So if you guys redline, at least redline work. At least redline your passion, redline your purpose. But if you guys are scrolling on Instagram, YouTube, bullshit social media, you're fucked. All right, you're playing the game backwards. All right. Now I'm about to walk you guys through the transformation of how you can fix these 4 bad habits, these 4 impulses you guys have. And I'm gonna show you guys how to fix it and pretty much continue guys through that step by step. Let's get it. So now let's talk about the transformation. All right. Now let's talk about the transformation. How do we transform everything we talked about, the 4 bad habits? What's the key simple things we got to do to transform? All right. So obviously, number 1 to transform is we gotta lose fat. We gotta go from fat storage to fat burning. So more often than not, everything comes from how you feel. All right. And if you feel like shit, if you feel like a fat slob, you're gonna start acting and behaving like a fat slob. All right, so we want to make sure you're burning fat every single day. We got to make sure you're getting the best shape of your life every single day. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is brain fog to mental clarity. All right, so we gotta turn brain fog, a fucked up brain, a fucked up mindset, into a clear mind. You know, like we talked about in the morning, waking up and going to your phone. We gotta take that shit and make sure you're up in the morning, free from phones, free from other people's opinions, free from other people's thoughts, so you can have a clear mind. So you can have your own fucking opinions that you believe. All right? Social media is fucking you guys' brains up, but making you guys believe in this bullshit, all this, all that. No. I want you guys to have your own thoughts and opinions. All right? Number 3 is willpower systems. All right? Willpower will die. Your willpower will die eventually every single day. You know, you can get up and say, okay, I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna look at my phone. But if the phone is right fucking here and you're right here working and you keep thinking in the back of your head, I'm not gonna look at my phone, I'm not gonna look at my phone, eventually you're gonna look at your phone. Eventually you're gonna pick up your phone and see who was on Instagram, who's lit, what's this girl talking about? Let me see the next IG baddie. That's what you guys are gonna do. So guess what I do? I take my phone, I walk down the stairs, I put the shit in the kitchen under the drawer, locked away. Put that shit away so I can focus on my fucking work. All right? Because willpower will die. Your willpower will die. You need systems to override willpower. All right? And last but not least, survival mode. Some of you guys are in survival mode right now. Peak performance. And trust me, one thing I would say about survival mode, it does help you get the fuck up and get more moving. If you use survival mode right, if you're in the state of like, I gotta make X amount of Z, I'm gonna be homeless, that's good for a short amount of time. But you guys should be always wanting to perform at peak performance. You know, you guys want to be easily flowing through the day, flowing through life, getting tasks done early, often, easy. You guys don't want to be stuck in survival mode because stress. That's going to be a lot of stress, and your life is going to, eventually, when you're in survival mode for so much, you can't really enjoy it. You can't enjoy your passion. You can't enjoy the journey because you're in survival mode so much. So the peak performance mode is what we want to head into, all right? So let's break down these systems one by one, okay? So the system, here's the system, all right? The system, and we're going to break this down, okay? So the system number 1 is, I'll break it down in time frames too, so you guys can know exactly where you guys need to be at. But remember, we said fat storage, right? So this is for fat storage and fat burning. So this is how you turn fat storage to fat burning. Let's start losing fat, all right? What do we need to do? We need to have a metabolic reset, all right? A metabolic reset, okay? It takes 1 to 14 days, so it takes about 1 to 14 days to do this, all right, to really get your body to a metabolic reset. It's going to take 14 days to change your bad eating habits, to really see changes in your body, just little changes, you know, it takes 14 days, all right, so what do? Here, we got to focus on protein timing, all right? Protein timing meaning in the morning, you shouldn't be going fasted. If you do, I would say go faster from carbs. You should have a protein breakfast, high protein and veggie breakfast, you know. For me, it's eggs, egg whites, and spinach with some peppers, mushrooms. I make like a little omelet, you know, I do that. I'll have a bowl of fruits, and that'll be the breakfast. It's an easy breakfast to go to, you know. So protein timing, you know, having breakfast in the morning, after workouts, and at night. You know, make sure each protein meal is 50 grams per meal. That's a staple for me, all right? Number 2 is insulin sensitivity, and this is going back on carbs. So understanding what carbs you should be eating and what carbs you should be staying away from. In the morning, if you want to lose weight, you probably shouldn't have carbs. You know, if you're in a weight loss journey, you probably should, you know, push back your carbs a little bit more. For 2 reasons. Number 1, carbs are going to spike insulin. You know, so carbs, most times as we eat carbs, you get more sluggish, you get more, you know, tired because your body has to break down carbs. Your body takes energy to break down carbs. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 for carbs is brain fog. One thing I learned from being an entrepreneur and working in my business, I've tried a lot of different food timing routines. Is every time I have carbs after a workout, before, you know, after lunch, I crash. Around 1, 2, 3 p.m. I crash. I have a carb meal and I crash because guess what? My insulin spikes. So knowing, you know, when's your most busiest time of the day or what type of, you know, routine you're hitting into, you have to understand that and you have to adjust your carbs as fit. You know, and last but not least, we got AM metabolic triggers, okay? So I like this because AM metabolic triggers is knowing what you do in the morning, knowing how your body fluctuates in the morning. I think you should be at your leanest in the morning, and the way we do that is we hydrate. So we wake up every single morning, we do push-ups, and we hydrate every single morning. You know, that's going to speed up your metabolism. And you add that on top of a high-protein breakfast and a low-carb, with low carbs, you're going to be losing fat just like that easily. All right, so this is the three things you guys must do. So number 2 is going to be energy architecture. All right, so energy architecture. So what does this mean? It's how do you transform your energy? How do you control your energy? How do you control your energy and not let energy control you? All right. So this is from 15 days to 30 days. So this is going to take another 2 weeks to master this or to get this on the rhythm. You know, and how do we you know use energy to our advantage? When I'm born, we gotta have a morning routine. We gotta have an AM morning routine. This is mandatory. This changed my life. Having a morning routine changed my fucking life. You know, something I do every morning, wake up in the morning, make my bed, drink water, 50 push-ups, cold shower, like clockwork. I'm doing it for like 2 or 3 months now, and it's been working ever since. So I have a morning routine, all right? And it helps me get early wins in the morning every single morning. I have early wins. I get up in the morning and everything is pretty much structured to win. It's structured to get better. It's structured to go throughout my day with more energy, all right? Number 2 is you want to have a stress protocol. For me, my stress protocol is I do like a hot shower at night. If I'm really stressed out, I do like a hot bath. Epsom salt, all that good stuff. I just sit in it. And I let my body just burn up, you know. And it's for me. I like that. I like reading. It's different things I do to manage my stress. Meditation, going on walks. So that helps me out a lot. But you got to have a stress protocol. When life is going kind of awry, you know, let's say you wake up one day and you don't feel like good, you're stressed out, you can't get work done, a lot in your mind. Go back to these stress protocols. You know, when life gets tough, how will I get through it? What do I have to do? You know, what's going to set me apart so I won't fall in temptation or fall in, you know, bullshitting and starting over. Okay? Along with that, you must have a PM recovery. So pretty much you want to have a nighttime routine. Nighttime routine, you know, shutting the phone off at 8 p.m., going to bed at 9, doing your prayer, reading the Bible, reading books. You want to have your own selective PM routine, something you can do every single night that's going to get you up towards bed. It's going to help you become more optimized, more focused, more intentional with what your next day is going to be. You know, so another thing is planning your next day. You know, the night before, you want to plan your next day so you know exactly what you're doing when you wake up the next morning. All right, so very, very important. All right, and last but not least, we got a sleep process. Before I go to bed, I an hour or 2 hours before I go to bed, I take magnesium. It's a supplement, so I take magnesium. I do phone off, so magnesium, phone off, shower, skincare, and I either read a book or read the Bible or a quote, something like that. And that's when I know, okay, I'm easing up, down for bedtime, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. You know, I'm done for the day. So this helps me wind down for sleep. All these structures, help my energy architect throughout the day. So I'm maintaining and I'm manipulating my own energy throughout the day. Now, my energy doesn't take hold of me, I take hold of it. So that's the main part of what I do every single day. And you guys should be doing this every single day. Okay? So number 3 is mead training. It's a training protocol I created. So mead training is for guys who are just getting started. Guys who are just getting started, they're not working out hard, they're not really in the gym heavy, they're not really into fitness that much, but they know they need it. This is great for you guys to get started, all right? So what I do here is easy, simple. 3-4 hours a week training. So this means you guys should be in the gym around 3 days a week, minimum. 3 to 4 days, really, minimum. I'm in the gym 5 because this is what I do. But you guys should be in the gym 3 to 4 days a minimum. So 3 to 4 hours a week. That's about 3 to 4 days. All right. You guys should be in the gym. All right. And when you guys go to the gym, you guys should be doing strength training, resistance training, cardio. Some strength, resistance, and cardio. So you guys should be doing strength training, resistance training, and cardio. All right. Every single workout. All right. This is just to get you guys started to burning fat, starting to losing weight, starting to build muscle. Because you guys need muscle. If you guys are going to be successful and go on this journey, you guys have to build some type of stature and muscle. And because the program I'm creating now, of course it's fitness, make you guys get in shape, but obviously I know you guys want to make money. You guys want to build your personal brand. To build your personal brand, you got to look the part and be good at other things. So you want to be well-rounded. So it's very, very important. And another thing is recovery. So are you guys stretching? Are you guys taking care of your body? Are you guys, doing different things that most guys aren't doing? Like I said, I'll take the recovery bath, Epsom salt. I'll take care of my body. I go to a massage therapist. I do massages, and my girl gives me a massage. So things like that that's going to take your body to the next level that many guys are not doing. They're just working out, going home, but they're not stretching, they're not hydrating, they're not sleeping right, they're not getting the amount of vegetables in their body, sodium. They're just working out and that's it. But it takes a whole nother game to recover properly, stretch, do recovery movements. All right, a lot of guys are missing out on that. Okay, and last but not least, adaptation mastery. Adaptation mastery. So this is the part everybody skips. Everybody wants to make money. They want to get in great shape. They want to master themselves. But they don't want to adapt. They don't want to master adaptation. They don't want to stick in that period of time when they feel like shit for a month, 2 months, 3 months, but they don't give up. A lot of guys don't want to adapt, And this is what it takes, adjusting to your body. Because it's going to be times in your journey you're going to have to put making money first and fitness second. It's going to be times in your journey you got to put family first, fitness second, then money third. It's going to be times where you got to put, fitness first, money second. In fact, because life is always evolving, always changing. Things are always coming up. Things are always happening. So you got to learn how to adjust, adapt, and to really, make progress for the state you're in now. Because everybody can't be in grind mode for 6 months at a time every single time. Some guys work jobs. Some guys have family they got to take care of. Some guys have a lot of things they got to go on in their head, and they aren't in that stage right now. My videos, these videos will help you guys break free. The program I'm building now is to help a lot of guys get in shape, get to their best selves, break their mind, break their ego, and make money after all that's completed. People just want to make money fast. No, you got to break all this shit down, then let's go to make money. Then let's make money. Then let's build a personal brand. So that's why I'm here. All right, and this is going to help you guys no plateau. Because guess what? The reason I say no plateau is false. You're going to have a plateau. But the plateau you guys will be in, you guys will be living inside of a plateau. That means you guys won't even know it's a plateau. Life is going to be so systemized that you're not going to know that you plateaued. You're not going to know that things are stagnated. Because if you stay in the plateau long enough, if you stay in the game long enough, you're always going to hit stagnations and wins. I did it in my business all the time. Hit stagnations and wins. You get a big month, then guess what? It goes down, you just ride it out. Big month, goes down, you ride it out. You don't just keep up. You hit a big month, you ride it out. You keep riding it out. And this is the game you guys gotta play. You guys gotta play the plateau game. Ride it out as long as possible. As long as possible. Because most people are gonna quit. They're gonna quit, they're gonna get jobs, they're gonna blame family, they're gonna blame friends, they're gonna run out of money. They're gonna make any fucking excuse in the world to quit. And you guys can't do that. All right, so here's some objections I get a lot of the time that I took notes on from a lot of sales calls I've taken, a lot of client work I've been doing. It's funny because a lot of people say, they might say, oh, I don't have time. So let's see this, man. Let's say a guy says, oh, I don't have time. Let me erase this, matter of fact. So a lot of guys, some objections I get a lot of the time, even when guys are my clients, I get this all the time. I have no time. I have no time. Sad face. You got 24 hours in the fucking day. You got no time. Do you track your calendar? Where's your calendar? Let me see your calendar. Oh, I haven't filled my calendar out. Shut the fuck up then. You have time. All right? Think about this. 4 to 5 hours a week is dedicated to your self-improvement. At minimum, it's an hour a day from Monday to Friday, an hour a day to self-improvement. Guess what? Time optimized. Calendar. You need to optimize your time and your calendar beforehand. Every single week and every single night, you should be optimizing your time every single day. By week to know your big tasks when they need to be done, and by day to fix the little tasks and little things you gotta do every single day. All right, so that's what you guys should be doing, optimizing time in your calendar. It only takes 4 to 5 hours a week to really self-improve your life. If you just focus on 1 hour a day, let's say 7. 1 hour a day for 7 days a week, that's 7 hours. That's if you're doing soft shit, just to get started. It takes nothing, all right? Next is unpredictable schedule. This goes in for the calendar as well. But one thing you want to do is you want to build flexibility. Many guys don't have flexibility. They got to be at work at a certain time. They got to do this, that. It's all fucking set in stone. You're fucked. It's fine. If that's your life right now, it's fine. But you want to have flexibility outside your job. Flexibility to do things outside of, your current work you're doing right now. Like you want to be able to get up and wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. and go to the coffee shop and work. You want to be able to get up and film videos, get up and do different things, work out at different times. You want to be able to build flexibility. And that's why in my program, you don't have to go to the gym. You can do home workouts from anywhere. You don't have to go 15 minutes to the gym. You don't have to, freaking eat food you gotta cook all the time. It's foods that I give my clients that it's already pre-made that they can eat and save a lot of time. So have that built-in flexibility. That's really key. All right. Next is you told me you tried dieting. You tried diets. This is not a diet. What we're doing here is not a fucking diet. It's not a diet. Wake the fuck up. This is not a diet. It's reprogramming your mind, reprogramming your body, reprogramming your fucking ego. Because you think you're right. That's the problem. And I had that same problem. When I first started working out, I thought I was right. I thought I was the man in these streets. Can nothing hold me down? I'm the man in these streets. Can nothing hold me down? So I got humbled. I got humbled, got humbled over and over again until I figured out I'm my worst enemy. Wake the fuck up. Trust what I'm saying. All right? Guess what? You try diets. This is not a diet. You want to reprogram your mind, reprogram your body, reprogram how you're thinking. Be open to different options. Be open to trying things your body hasn't tried yet. The reason you're fat right now is because you keep doing the same exact shit in different ways. We got to strip the whole shit down and reprogram everything. All right? And last but not least, this is the big one. You lose motivation. You gotta go, when your girlfriend, you guys might have a bad day. Your kids probably had a bad day. School, you got a phone call, something like that. Who knows? I mean, we all have bad days. We all lose motivation. But when you lose motivation, the key is, can we fall back on our systems? Can we fall back on knowing what we gotta do every day and stop thinking of fucking emotion? Stop thinking from emotion. So guess what? In this one, we attack impulses, not rely on willpower. So if I lose motivation and I wake up in the morning and I grab my phone on Instagram and I'm like, man, I want to see the next Instagram baddie. I want to know. When I get stressed out, I want to look at the next Instagram model. I want to DM other bitches. I don't know. How do we prevent that? Well, guess what? The night before, what we're going to do? We're going to delete Instagram the night before. We're going to delete Instagram, put it off our phone. If it gets that bad, we're going to take our phone the night before and put it downstairs away from the bed. All right? We already have an alarm clock, a physical alarm clock. We don't need this phone in a room. This is going to fuck us up. This is our impulse signal. So if we know we're losing motivation and we're going to fall back in temptation, we're going to attack the impulse head on. We're going to remove the impulse from our environment. All right? And guess what? We're not going to rely on willpower. Because guess what? If I have my phone by my bed and I wake up early and I feel like I'm horny, I want to text a girl, I want to fucking look at Instagram models, I want to look at IG baddies, I'm not going to do that because my phone is going to be away. Because if I know if my phone is with me, I'm going to do that. So you gotta break that fucking cycle and reprogram your fucking brain and mind to get to that next point. All right? I help many of you guys do this same thing. In the future, I'm gonna build a community for you guys. I'm working on a lot of things right now. But if you guys want more direct help with this one-on-one, you guys can check out my link down below. You guys can book a one-on-one call with me, to talk through some things inside a roadmap call for you guys to see how I can help you guys one-on-one and create a personalized guide for you guys. A personalized 6-month roadmap for you guys, all right? If you guys want more help with this, don't know where to start, you guys want to really break these fucking bad habits, get in the best shape of your life, and really fucking start getting ready and right to it by summertime, click that link down below, man. I'm helping guys, only 5 guys right now for this month of May. So click the link down below and book a call with me. We can chop it up and see if you're a good fit for the program. If you are, I'll see you on the call.